Hi everyone, it's Tech Dad. In today's video, I will answer this question. What PC virtual reality headset do I prefer between the Oculus Quest using Oculus Link and the Samsung Odyssey Plus? Why these two headsets? I did a comparison between the Rift S and the Odyssey Plus in the past, and the Rift S won a very close race for me. However, the Rift S can be used by a lot of people since there is no IPD adjustment. With the Oculus Link, the Quest could be the go-to option from Oculus for these persons since it features a mechanical IPD slider. It's not a totally fair comparison. The Odyssey Plus has seen major price cut in the past, and this week the price was at an all-time low at $230 for pre-Black Friday in some US stores. The Quest is sold for $400 US without any sale, but it can play Quest games wirelessly and on the go. I have already made a detailed review of the Oculus Quest and the Samsung Odyssey Plus, and you will find the links in the description below. In this video, I want to list or highlight the main reason for buying a PC VR headset over the other. Let's start with the Samsung. The Odyssey Plus is equipped with good quality AKG headphones, while small speakers are hidden in the Halo headband of the Quest. Oculus solution is acceptable for a mobile VR headset, and sound quality suffers from a lack of volume and bass. But for PC VR using the Link, you should definitively consider connecting your own headphone for the Quest. The quality of the microphone is also impressive on the Odyssey, much better than the Quest, which can be very convenient for streamers or YouTubers. If you mainly play games like VR Chat, the Odyssey Plus is also a very good solution. The Odyssey Plus high-quality OLED displays provide a vibrant image and deep blacks. The immersion is total for the games whose action is mainly at night, especially that the God rays are little present. Contrary to the Rift S, the Quest also uses a similar OLED screen. However, the signal is compressed to be transmitted via USB, and while still being better than the original Rift headset, the visual suffers from it compared with the Odyssey Plus. Also, Samsung uses a technology that reduces the screen door effect, and it works very well. Although this can be done at the expense of sharpness, the almost total absence of screen door effect is worth the cost for most VR experiences. I especially enjoy watching videos in big screen without seeing the grid effect. It feels almost like cinema. The Rift S was way more comfortable than the Samsung headset, out of the box at least. However, the Odyssey Plus is clearly more comfortable than the Quest. It is even more true if you replace the face foam with VR cover version and you add a strap on top. On the Quest, you can also improve comfort by using an HTC Vive Deluxe audio strap. However, this is not a cheap solution. Now for the Quest. The big advantage of buying an Oculus headset is the compatibility with all games and experiences available from the Oculus Store and from Steam. With the Samsung Odyssey Plus, which is a Windows mixed reality headset, you have to use a third-party software called Revive to play Oculus exclusivity, which works well overall but is not flawless and can require some work from the player. Compatibility with games is not assured, for now or for the future. Even on Steam, the Odyssey Plus is often recognized as a HTC Vive by games that have not been designed for Windows Mixed Reality, and it is often required to configure the controls for an optimal experience. The Quest is seen as Rift by all games on PC using the Link, as it is compatible with all games. You may encounter some bugs sometime, but don't forget that the Link is still in beta and very new. As the Rift S, the quality and clarity of the lenses of the Quest are impressive. The Odyssey Plus is unfortunately characterized by lenses that are blurry when you do not look straight ahead. Being unable to move my eyes to read text, to see my position in a race, or to aim through the scope of my rifle was killing immersion and experience for me. This is probably the most disappointing aspect of the Odyssey Plus and the reason why I returned the headset in the first place. For me, this is a big advantage of the Rift S and the Quest despite my non-optimal IPD of 60mm. The Rift S was however a better performer visually than the Quest with the Link, for now at least. Another big advantage of the Quest is the tracking of the controller. Both headsets use the inside-out tracking technology, but the Quest has 4 cameras, while there are only 2 on the Odyssey Plus. But the most important advantage is the techniques, the software techniques that Oculus uses to track the controller. Since launch, Quest and Rift S are now in the league of their own for inside-out tracking. Microsoft must absolutely improve controller tracking for certain games, especially FPS, to hope to survive in the consumer market. Speaking of controllers, I prefer the touch controller from Oculus than those of the Odyssey Plus. Fortunately, Samsung has made some changes to the ergonomics of Microsoft controllers, but the experience is simply not comparable. I preferred the first version of touch controllers that came with the Rift CV1, but the new ones are still very good. The future is brighter for future innovation on the Quest than on the Windows Mixed Reality platform. Microsoft still supports the software updates, but it looks more and more like a dying platform. HP has released the business-oriented high-resolution Reverb this summer, but they were stuck using tracking technology and controllers from Microsoft that is not on par right now with Oculus. Microsoft really needs to make some progress here, or it's the end of the road for the consumer market at least. In conclusion, for me, there is no clear winner here. Visually, the Odyssey Plus is a better headset than the Quest using the Link. The small sweet spot, however, is still a problem for me for certain games like FPS and sim racing. The tracking is also a problem with the Odyssey Plus for certain games. It's not all bad as some people make it out to be. It works very well for most games. But you shouldn't rely on Microsoft Mixed Reality if you play FPS games seriously. When on sale at $299 US, the Samsung Odyssey Plus was a bargain. But when it can be bought for $230, it is a steal for the quality of the headset. It is difficult for me to recommend the Quest based on price alone for PCVR only. The Rift S is also a better PCVR headset for now than the Quest. But if you factor in the possibility to play Quest games wirelessly, think Beat Saber and Pistol Whip, the Quest is also a great buy. In fact, the Quest can do things that no other VR headset can dream of. The Quest is a technical masterpiece when you think about it. So in the end, it's your choice, and you have to make it on your personal use. Thank you all, it was TechDad. See you next time, and please think about subscribing. Ciao!